This is way worse than we thought. The Dodgers season continues to be hampered by injuries. We get into exactly the latest injury that is going to affect the Dodgers moving forward in this edition of Dodgers Digest. Hey, this is Mike Nelson. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Myself and Brad J. We're bringing everyday Dodger content. We're the fastest growing Dodgers YouTube channel out there, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. We also got the Monday morning live streams every week. But let's get right into the story. As we know, yesterday, ahead of the Dodgers series against the Rays, it kicked off last night in Tampa Bay. The Dodgers, we got some unfortunate news to say the least, and I'm talking about another all-star going to the injured list. Yeah, I mean, this guy, Kirby Yates, $13 million, and he will be going to the injured. Yesterday, of course, placed on the injured list, retroactive to July 29th with lower back pain, which is obviously not good news at all. Kirby Yates, a veteran player, that just hasn't had the best season for the Dodgers, right? He has not been the best. This is the second time he goes on the injured list, and injuries are definitely hampering his season, and it just seems like every relief pitcher on the Dodgers has been going through injuries, right? Yesterday, the Dodgers, of course, added right-handed pitcher Paul Gervais, the guy they picked up in that trade this past Thursday. Put him on the active list along with Brock Stewart as well, and Alex Call, the three guys that they picked up at the deadline, all added to the active roster. But they placed Kirby Yates on the injured list with lower back pain, retroactive to July 29th, which is obviously not good news. Yates was previously on the injured list with a hamstring strain back in mid-May, and now second stint with a back injury. This year, a 4.31 ERA, which is obviously, like I said, kind of high. It's been a good strikeout rate, though, 44 strikeouts in 31 innings, but the ERA has been a bit concerning, to say the least. And yeah, I mean, you have to be worried about the Dodgers moving forward, because the Dodgers, this is it. I mean, the trade deadline has come and gone, right? I mean, it's now August 2nd, Saturday, August 2nd today, and the deadline was, 48 hours ago, right? And it's over. And the Dodgers really did not make any significant moves at the deadline that you could say are really going to help the team out this season. I mean, I don't know what everybody thinks out there, but I don't think the Dodgers really made anything very, getting Brock Stewart. Do you really think Stewart is going to make a huge difference? And then, of course, Call, outfielder, who offensively we don't know, how much he can really contribute. We know good fielder, but that's about it, right? So, I mean, it really was a kind of a dud this year when it came to the trade deadline. Not much going on, and you expected a lot more. You expected the Dodgers to kind of be more aggressive, right? And it seems like the Dodgers really were not that aggressive when it comes to making acquisitions, despite the injuries, despite the pitching problems that they've had all season long. It seems like the Dodgers had the attitude this year, well, we won the World Series last year with what we had. We could do it again this year. But the big difference, I think, which I think is a mistake to be thinking that way right now, is because it's not the same team as last year. This is not the same Dodger team that won the World Series. The Dodgers made a lot of roster moves in the offseason to try to make this team better, and that is still yet to be, it's still yet to be known, right? I mean, there's some fans out there that are probably already saying, no, Mike, this team is not as good as last year's Dodgers, right? That is, of course, I think a lot of fans are already saying that, which I think is a bit premature because it is only August 2nd. The season's not over yet. The playoffs haven't started. So it is a bit premature to say that this Dodger team is not as good as last year's team. But I will give you this. There is signs that this team might not be as good, right? There definitely is signs that this team might not be as good. And this afternoon was kind of evidence of that, right? Losing 4-0 today to the Tampa Bay Rays. Dodgers offensively were a disaster. Of course, the bases loaded double play by Teoscar Hernandez was huge. Bases loaded, 1 out, 6th inning. You thought the Dodgers were going to do something. First time the Dodgers got into that bullpen And what did Teoscar Hernandez do? He grounded into a double play to end the inning. And that was obviously deflating, to say the least, for the Dodgers. And, Teoscar Hernandez was very important for the Dodgers last year. And this year, it just has not clicked for Hernandez, right? It just has not clicked. And I think this afternoon was kind of evidence of that, right? It just was, you can't ground into a double play with one out and the bases loaded and expect to win a game. I mean, it's really hard to bounce back after that, especially the Dodgers at that time were losing 3-0 and really needed a run or two to get back into the game. And it just didn't happen, right? The Dodgers, that was their best chance to score runs this afternoon against the Rays, who had good pitching this afternoon. But for the Dodgers, it was offensively was a struggle, right? It was a struggle. I mean, Mookie Betts 0 for 4, Ohtani going 1 for 4. Freeman had a good day, 2 for 4. Hernandez 1 for 4. Getting that double play was not very good. Alex Freeland going 1 for 3. Played, did pretty well at third base though. Like what I'm seeing from Freeland at third base, he plays the position very well. But obviously the big story that, was going to be the big story, although I think it's been overshadowed this afternoon by the Dodgers offense, was the return of Blake Snell, right? Blake Snell making his first start in a long time. Think about it, only his third start this year for the Dodgers. That was the big story, right? And Blake Snell did very well this afternoon. Went 5 innings, did give up 5 hits, sure, gave up a couple home runs, but I thought it was a very solid day for Blake Snell. I know some people out there might say, come on, what are you saying, right? But I thought Blake Snell was good. 8 strikeouts. He had some tough calls go against him as well. And I thought overall Blake Snell did, pretty well for a pitcher that hasn't pitched in a very long time. I mean, this guy hasn't pitched since April. It's August. I mean, it's been months since Blake Snell was on a Major League Baseball mound, and he did very well in a very bad time to be pitching. It's just, I want to know who's the genius that scheduled a baseball game at 1 p.m. local time in Tampa Bay, Florida, in 96-degree heat, right? 96 degrees out there in Tampa Bay in a terrible heat. Of course, Tampa Bay playing outside because Tropicana Field, being, of course, damaged by the hurricane in the offseason. So, yeah, Tampa Bay playing all year long in George Steinbrenner Field, basically a spring training ground. And, yeah, outside at 1 o'clock in August in Florida. It's ridiculous that the game was being played at this time. I mean, I understand tomorrow, it's Sunday, Roku game as well. That's why the game's being played at noon. But what about today? I mean, why was today's game played at 1 o'clock on a Saturday? It's absolutely ridiculous, right? And Blake Snell, of course, I think, with the conditions out there, I thought he did pretty well. So, I mean, the Dodgers have a lot to work on. Tomorrow, it's, got to try to get a W. You don't want to lose this series against Tampa Bay. Hopefully the Cardinals can win tonight in San Diego. You really hope they can to keep the lead at 3. Because if not, it's only going to be 2 games going into Sunday. The Dodgers are going to have some pressure in tomorrow's game. As always, make sure to subscribe. Let's go Dodgers. Woo!